Alex. 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 Oh no, it's Alex. Why you gotta show me a Nintendo fanboy talking about the Steam Deck? Look, Alex, I love you, man. You're like one of the greatest streamers I ever watched next to Pretengo Play, Team Skeptic, Irish Demons. Let's go on. You're like one of the best people I have ever watched. And you always keep it real. You always keep it 100%. But what you just showed us that I saw a glimpse of, and I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to do a reaction to it. A reaction. Because I want to tell you the reason why I left your stream. Would love to watch it, but I'm going to tell at the end of the video. But Alex, why you had to show me this hot take? Had to watch it in the beginning. I didn't even finish it because I kind of want to do it right now with my reaction, dude. Look, love you, Alex, but why you had to give me this Nintendo salt? What's up, human beings? How you doing today? Simple Q here, and thank you for watching my channel. Now, today, I am very, very excited to bring this, and I got some great news after this stream. I mean, after not this stream, but after this video. But I'm going to have to drink something strong because what we saw was horrible. I got me some Red Rock ginger ale. Now, if you never had Red Rock ginger ale, it is very, very strong, and I need something strong and not alcoholic. A Nintendo fanboy that I used to watch because I was trying to catch up on the Nintendo Switch. This is from the Switch Force. I saw this dude in the past before, and this dude is, when I watch him, I think he was a little bit arrogant and think he know what he was talking about. Not really hating on him being a Nintendo fanboy. Sorry, I got something in my hair. Not hating him being a Nintendo fanboy, but he's comparing the Steam Deck, a computer, a handheld computer, to a Nintendo Switch. And I just can't hold it in. If you like what you see, if I earn your subscription, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and honestly, for the dude, today's Tuesday. When it comes to Wednesday at midnight, I'm going to do the raffle again. It's almost been 3 days. It's actually on the third day, so yeah. So midnight Wednesday, I'm going to plan another raffle that Friday. Oh yeah, I could do it that Friday because I'm off. But yeah, without further ado, let's go into an old Nintendo fanboy talking about a Nintendo fanboy. Let's get to it. Okay. Let me put on my little hoodie. Well, this is not really little. It's actually double XL because I don't want it to shrink when I wash it. So, yeah. So, this dude right here, he's from a YouTube channel called Switch Force. 5 huge ways Nintendo Switch beat out the Steam Deck. That's surprising. I like to see the evidence of Nintendo beating the Steam Deck. That is actually pretty good. Ugh. Okay. Newsflash, everybody. I have the Nintendo Switch. It's in my hand. This is the first generation Nintendo Switch. I like the Nintendo Switch when it came out. I play Splatoon competitively, but I always play it on TV mode. I don't usually play portable mode. I will bring it with me, but I will also bring a external monitor. Reason why I still got the Switch, and I'm still paying $5 a year, because I'm on a family plan with some friends, is because I play Splatoon competitively. I am a Splatoon fan. I will cosplay as Splatoons when I go to conventions. That's just how it is. I like being a Splatoon character, and I love the game. Splatoon 3 going to come out, and I plan to stream it while I'm playing competitively. So if y'all want to watch it, that's awesome. There is some shortcoming, like this system is not as powerful as the Steam Deck. Steam Deck caught me interest, and I don't have the Steam Deck yet. Stuff happens. I just had to buy it when I get a chance. But I'm going to put this back. And if you see me reacting a little bit more crazier than expected, because I went a little bit halfway into this video, and if you see my reaction is I haven't seen it yet. So I hope you enjoy watching this, and let's go ahead and get to the video.
It's undeniable that the Steam Deck is a force to be reckoned with. All right, the thing is just huge. All right, it's got huge processing power, it's got huge potential, and it is hugely impressive, especially coming off of 5.5 years of Nintendo Switch. I'm loving this thing. It's...
Give credit where credit is due. What Gabe Newell and the Valve community did with the Steam Deck is actually really impressive. Looking at the specs, looking at what power it is, having that much power in the palm of your hand is one amazing thing. I thought the Switch was pretty impressive of what it does, but the Steam Deck kind of dwarfed the Switch. Oh, not dwarf, but overcome the Switch. The Switch cannot hold up to the Steam Deck. I am the fan of the joystick being upright because I did own a Wii U, and I like how the joystick is up on top. My hands was actually really comfortable. I think the Wii U and the Wii U Pro controller is one of the most comfortable controllers that I ever used. And I play on PC and I play on mouse and keyboard. So give credit where credit is due. I like Nintendo, but they are anti-consumer. So give that where you could give. And, you know, but the Steam Deck is actually a pretty interesting system that I think anybody should take a look at. If you never played, I say this, if you never played PC gaming and you want to try it out, the Steam Deck at $400 with a memory card. I'm not going to have you tell you to open it up and put in a brand new M.2 SSD. I'm saying just get a SD card, put into the Steam Deck and download some games, because to me, I think this might be a good way to get into PC gaming. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, but to me, I think this is a good gateway to PC gaming, and you can play on TV.
awesome. But, my friends, after playing a bunch of Steam Deck, I've come to realize there are 5 ways that Nintendo Switch still trumps Steam Deck.
Okay, 5 different ways. I got an open mind, so let's listen to it. I got an open mind, so let's do this.
There are 5 ways that Nintendo Switch gets it right, and even all the awesome egotistical power of this personal PC in the palm of your hands can't quite keep up. And I
Thank you for calling it personal PC, because that's what it is. It's a personal PC. It's not a gaming console where everybody say it's a personal PC, and I'm happy that he said that. Give credit to him calling it a personal PC.
I found it fascinating to figure out how the Switch is still on top. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Wars. Hope you guys are excited for this video. Look, Steam Deck, super cool. This thing is impressive as all heck, and it really it continues to impress me. There's so much so great about it, but this...
Again, I can see this. His content is, yeah, definitely for kids, and I can understand that because, you know, he's pretty much censoring himself, which I will do a lot, but now I'm kind of slipping because that drunk stream I did, you know, I mean, yeah, I did a drunk stream and it was fun and people like me when I'm myself and cussing, but yeah, I keep myself kind of censored. So yeah, I like how he's keeping himself like for kids, because the Switch is kids gonna be attracted to the Switch. Like, I want to be honest with you, I'm getting my nephew a Switch for the holidays. I want to try to get it before people will buy it out. So I was thinking about like July, maybe August. Give him like a bundle pack and some headphones, and like PC headphones that I saw was like $60, and I think that would have been nice for him. To me, I'd say that would be for a kid. He could play Fortnite on the go, have more storage. I think that'd be perfect for a kid, in my opinion. But honestly, that's why I'm getting my nephew, so he could be on the go to play Nintendo Switch. I think that'd be awesome. And yeah, this is awesome for kids and everything and people who like Nintendo. But my nephew did play on my PC, excuse me. My nephew did play on my PC, so he liked PC a little bit.
The Switch ain't no slouch. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd rather have a Steam Deck or a Switch.
Hold on now, buddy. Not no slouch. I mean, I'm looking at the hardware of the Switch, and compared to the Steam Deck, it's slouching, B.
And definitely hit that like button if you enjoy the videos on this channel. Every time you like and leave a comment, all that engagement, it helps us out and it builds our community bigger and better. Now the Steam Deck is built bigger and better, but let's talk about interface. All right, because something I've noticed very evidently is that the Switch interface, despite being a bit boring, light theme, dark theme, it is built for the Switch. Whereas the Steam Deck interface, it's trying to squeeze Steam onto a portable platform. It doesn't just fade into the background, which is what I think a good interface kind of should do.
What do you mean? The interface, have you not used of course you use the big picture mode, because that's what it is. Honestly, looking at that right there, that look a lot better than big picture mode. That look a lot cleaner. Your recent games is on top, from your library is on the bottom. That actually look a lot cleaner, in my opinion, compared to the Switch, which I do have. I mean, you have, ooh, if I could turn it on. You have like this where I can unlock it. And then you got, sorry, one of my Joy-Con doesn't work. Yeah, you got like that, but that's like games though. And honestly, telling you the truth, looking at that picture, that shows a lot more what you could do with the Steam Deck over the Switch. If I'm going to choose out of the Switch and the Steam Deck look kind of good.
With the Switch, you just go into settings and you browse the eShop, and yeah, maybe the way it's laid out isn't perfect, but it all runs and works, and it's all where it should be, and you don't think twice. I bet you navigate around without going through individual steps. You just know, okay, I'm gonna get to my user profile, I'm gonna check the new releases, I'm gonna check my online membership, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. The Steam Deck is like, okay, press these two buttons awkwardly to pull up a keyboard, go here to go to the store, search here, but you're searching your library. Wait, no, I wanted to search the store. Let me bring up the control scheme. Let me bring up the game. Wait, is the game still open? Is it closed? The interface is nowhere near as easy to use as the Switch.
As far as the home page on the Switch, you're only limited to seeing your games. And it's really messy in the shop, in the Nintendo eShop. It's really messy because with Steam, I could go ahead and type in horror games and find nothing but horror. But when I type in horror games on the Switch, not only I see horror, but I see some other stuff. Like I saw Fortnite in horror section because it was Halloween. The Nintendo Switch eShop is too vague. At least with the Steam Deck and Steam OS and Steam in general, you can type in horror and they will direct you to horror games. So I'm gonna be honest with you. At the beginning, when you turn on the Switch, like I do, like on this page right here, that's easy. But when you try to get the shop, is going to be so claustrophobic that it's kind of hard to find games that you want. So then I had to pull up the keyboard to search for a specific game, while I could just easily click on horror and get horror, or sports and get sports, or RPG and get RPGs. Gonna be honest with you, as far as regular games, like the interface, opening up the app or whatever, and just searching for your recent games, they're both the same. But to go through,
and it's because,
to go through the whole entire store, Steam. I'll choose Steam over the Switch. I'm not saying the Switch have a bad interface. It's basic, but I'd rather just take Steam over the Switch.
Because the Switch's interface is built for the Switch, and I've come to really appreciate a bespoke interface dedicated to the device.
That's the dumbest thing that you could ever say, though. The Switch interface is made for the Switch. The Steam interface is also made for Steam. The PlayStation interface is also made for PlayStation. The Xbox interface is also made for the Xbox. What are you talking about, B? That's stupid. That's dumb. How? Of course the Switch interface is going to be mean for the Switch. But they made it for the Switch. Same thing like Steam made for the Steam, and the Xbox is made for the Xbox, and the PlayStation made for the PlayStation. What? Of course you're going to work with it. At least with the PC, you can get the Switch interface and all that stuff if you want to. What?
And I think if the Steam Deck wants to seriously consider itself a competitor in this space, it needs to create its own interface.
What's Steam OS? What's Big Picture Mode? They have an interface. They have an interface. You use it. You got the Steam Deck. You use the interface for the Steam Deck. That's it. What?
Not from the personal computer, but specifically for a handheld.
What? Not for the computer, but for the handheld. Oh boy. Do I got news for you? They got it. It's called Big Picture Mode. You can use it on the cell phone. You can use it on the Steam Deck. It just got better. Their interface is that. If you watch this video, go to your phone. You might have Apple. Won't surprise me. And download Steam Link. After you download it, download Steam on your PC too, and connect your account with Steam, because you do have a Steam OS. Matter of fact, you got Steam OS. You're good. Now do remote play. Connect a controller, the Razer one, actually connect directly to it, and open it up. You're going to see the same thing. Big Picture Mode. It is made for people who want to play on the go, play on the Steam Deck. And oh yeah, I don't know if you remember the thing when they try to have the like the home console thing. I forgot what it's called, but they were trying to compete with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, even though people were like, oh no, I got a PC, which makes sense. They wasn't really competing. They were trying to bring it to a home console. That was Big Picture Mode. And some people still do big picture mode on PC. So they do have a UI for that. Holy crap, this has got to be one of the most ingenious thing in the world. I understand you played on Nintendo, but you should have did more research about big picture mode.
Where the properties and the needs and the wants and the desires are very different than when you have a 27-inch monitor, a keyboard, and a mouse.
Okay. So, big picture mode.
Now, I remember when I got my first Switch, like launch day unit, okay? I was about to take it on a plane. I was at Chicago O'Hare Airport and I was like, dude, I'm gonna Breath of the Wild it up in the sky. And that's gonna be sick, but people were worried about battery life. Would this thing last my whole flight? And you better believe it lasted my whole flight.
So, you remember when you got your Switch? Do you also remember that Anchor also released also had a battery bank that actually charged the Switch? Everybody was buying Anchor batteries. I got one myself. I don't feel like getting up and getting it right now, but I was one of those people who bought a Switch. Now, I didn't buy the Switch. My mom got me a Switch after I helped her move, but it lasted your whole flight. How long was your flight? That's the question. How long is your flight? Because here's the thing. I had my Switch and I was playing portable mode. I kind of wanted to play portable mode to test it out. And I want to tell you right now, I hate playing the Switch portable mode because, number one, there was no grips. So I kind of like hate playing like this. And I tried doing it with the kickstand. And I know I'm missing a kickstand right here. But I have a case that have a kickstand. And I was playing it like this. Go and keep it real. That was very uncomfortable. And guess how long did my Switch last by playing Splatoon 2? Make a wild guess. 3 hours. And this before I got the battery bank. 3 hours for Splatoon 2. And yes, high brightness and stuff like that. Guess how long I was out the house? 5 hours. So the Switch didn't last me all day. Of course it's not, because I'm playing a first party game. Of course it didn't last me all day. So what? So yes, a battery bank was a thing that was considering. And yes, battery is a part of running out when you're playing with the Switch. So what are you talking about, B? You suggest because your flight is 45 minutes. Excuse me. Yes, it lasts you all flight. But I don't know how long your flight is.
And despite the early month concerns, I haven't really ever thought about my Switch battery life since then. It provides plenty, I feel, and as long as you dock it when you're back home, you're usually good to go.
If you're not worried about battery life, then why would you dock it? You can still keep on playing. So what I think is that you play the game with low brightness so you can get the extra oomph to play the game. We don't know. We don't know.
Steam Deck, on the other hand, no sirree. Alright, yes, you can squeeze 6 hours out of the Steam Deck if you're playing something like Celeste, but if you want to play what makes the Steam Deck so darn awesome, right? If you want to throw God of War from PS4 on here, you want to play Death Stranding, alright, you want to throw Dying Light 2, you want to play some heavy hitters, some brand new releases, some big, bold games that take up a lot of horsepower, you're looking at about 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Hey, listen here. This is not ASMR. I'm gonna tell you right now that yeah, it's gonna be power hungry because I hate to say this, but it's a PC. Not even laptop with their functionality is will last that long. Okay, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just trying to tell you. You're gaming on a portable laptop or a portable PC that fits in your hand. Okay, now listen. You could play you're trying to play AAA games, I'm guessing. AAA games that got better graphics, all that stuff, whatever. On a handheld, that's it's not handled on a portable PC that's going to handle it. Because if you want to keep it 100% real, if God of War was on the Switch, it probably would last for about 30 minutes. Going to be honest with you, process is not that great. Even though if you downgrade it to 720p, it will probably not last for 30 minutes. But that's just whatever. But I see that you're a fan of Nintendo. You try to get views and everything because you got me watching your videos. So just want to hint to you that it is a PC, and even laptops don't last that long if you try to do heavy gaming. So yes, that is a thing. You're not putting that into consideration because I still bring a battery bank with me when I have a Switch. So yeah.
That battery life goes away faster than Marty McFly flew Back to the Future.
I remember when people was talking about battery life not lasting that long on the Switch. So that's why people got Switch Lites, because the battery life lasts longer.
It's zapped. It's gone. Gesundheit, goodbye, good night. I'm playing a game, I go to pause, and I realize that I've already used a third of the battery. And that's...
Yeah, because it's a PC. And you're playing like you're playing games with a PC. Of course.
Just crazy. And alongside that battery life complaint, this thing gets hot. Okay, I burnt my fingers the first day when I was holding the system like this for the unboxing. I was like, la-di-da, oh! It really does get hot. There is a massive heat flow coming out of this vent. Now, it doesn't really affect your hands if they're held in the normal position.
What? What? So it get hot. You grabbed it like this, and it get hot. Do you realize there's a fan back there that's trying to escape, trying to push heat out? They bring heat of it. They bring air in and press out. PCs get hot when you game. This PC get hot when you game. But I'm about to debunk you real quick, real quick. So remember when you say when you hold it right, it doesn't get hot? They designed it so you can hold it like this, so you don't touch the back. You touch the back, that's your fault. But with the Switch, I got no grip, so I put my hands on the back. And when you play a game that takes a lot of power, it get hot and you burn your hand. So why you think they make grips for the Switch so that won't happen? Because it does get hot to the touch. And you say you burn your hand? Nah, it was just hot, dude. I don't believe you, dude. Nah, because the thing is, they made the grip so you can hold onto it. You're picking and choosing. Jeez.
But it is a concern, and it's something that I'm surprised it's outputting this much heat.
It's a PC. It's a PC. It's going to get hot.
But it's the battery life that poses a bigger problem, and it
Oh, so you care about the battery life, that's a big problem, but you don't care about people burning their hand. That's the same exact argument I can say about the Switch.
makes the Steam Deck feel like it's almost tethered to its AC adapter.
My Switch is tethered to my dock because I don't play handheld mode.
You could not play a full game on a plane flight if you were going from, say, California to New York. You wouldn't.
I can't do that with the Switch. I literally can't do that with the Switch. I literally can't do that with the Switch.
have enough battery life. You're trying to play Horizon Zero Dawn, it would not make it. Metal Gear Solid 5, it would not make it. The Witcher 3, it would not make it. And yet, the Switch can do not those exact games. It can do The Witcher 3, and it can do Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, and it will last you the whole flight.
All those games are downgraded because of the hardware of the Switch. Because if that's the case, when you're flying on a plane, can you go from LA to Japan? LA to the UK? LA everywhere else would last that long? No. Exactly. So why do the Steam Deck get all this hate about battery life and the Switch is not that amazing either? Gotta keep that same energy, dude.
So it absolutely is a win in the Switch column.
No, it's not. I was with my Switch playing Splatoon 2 and it died without my freaking me going home.
Next, we have a small but mighty way that the Switch takes the stake, all right? And we're talking about crashes and compatibility. Imagine a world, my friends, where you logged onto the eShop and you're sorting through and you're like, I don't know if this game will work properly.
Man. Gabe Newell? I'll keep 100% real with you. Yo, if I get my Steam Deck and I buy the expensive one, can I get you to sign it too? Please? Please? Like, what you did for the price is freaking amazing, dude. And I would like to get your signature on the Steam Deck if I get a chance to get one, honestly, dude. Like, that will be awesome.
Heck, I don't know if this game will even play on my Switch. It would be puzzling as heck.
So you talk about crashes, but I got a story for you. All right, let me bring it in because story time with Sendo Q and his voice. Let me grab a little sip. Oh, snaps. Bring up the microphone up here. What's up, everybody? Sendo Q here. And what we see right here is Mario versus Rabbids. So I got a little story for you, and you probably want to listen. He's talking about crashes. Well, we got this game right here. And there's some people out there, you might heard of him, called for Tinga Play. And he played this game. He could not complete it because it was crashing. Since it was crashing, he had to go ahead and play it on the PC to beat it. So, if you're going to go ahead and talk about crashes, talk about this game and talk about other games too. Because just because you might not have a crash, other people could have crashes. I might not have crashes on PC, but it also happened. Thank you.
And you would be writing on Twitter like, what is up with putting games on the eShop that do not work on the system? This makes no sense.
Google it. That's what I do.
And yet that is the exact experience you have on the Steam Deck, because there are titles on Steam that are not supported on the Steam Deck.
Get out of here, B. What? 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 Okay. Some titles not supported by Steam. All right. You owned the Switch when it first came out. Can I play Metroid Prime on the Switch? No. Can I play Jet Force Gemini on the Switch? No. What about 007 for the NES? I mean, not NES, but the Nintendo 64. No. Let me see. What other game that I enjoyed playing on Nintendo products when I was younger? Oh yeah, can I play Smash Brother Melee on the Switch? No, Ultimate? No, I want Melee. Can I play Metroid Prime 2 Corruption on the Switch? No, so it's not supported. It's like there's some games going to be supported or not. Come on, man. And don't give me that thing, oh, it's an old game. So? The Steam Deck can play old games. Why can't the Switch?
There are also titles on Steam that have not been tried on the Steam Deck, and so most of it might work, some of it might not.
Do you realize how big the library is for Steam? It's a big, humongous library. It's huge.
You might have issues with controls. You might have issues with some performance. You might have issues with certain modes.
Better performance than the Switch.
Different things will not work depending on the game, and only a subset of titles have been verified. Now,
hey, at least I could play Metroid Prime on the Switch. Oh, I can't? It's not supported? Okay.
to compound that problem, you have some games that crash because this is a personal computer. I guess there's the rare Switch crash, like there was some crash with Paper Mario on the N64.
Oh! So you admit that there's some crashes that happen on the Nintendo platform. But you want to go ahead and say rare.
For emulator, but typically the games play and perform as they're supposed to. You don't have random freezes where you have to reset the system. It's not something that happens because all the games...
Mario vs. Rabbids, you had to close out the whole game and see if it will work at the end. There's stories about that, but you're going to gloss over that. You can't beat the game because the game crashed.
Are made for the Switch. They are titles designed with this system in mind.
No duh. Because apparently people had to make the game for the Switch. But we will get into that later, I hope.
And the Steam Deck is kind of like inserting itself. It's kind of third wheeling in between your personal computer and saying like, hey, let us play. We want to play. And I'm sure more and more games will become compatible and earn better marks in terms of compatibility.
Oh, so they could go ahead and fix it. It sounds like it's a personal computer. Can you do this for me? Like, really, like, this would be awesome. I will play it right away. Do this for me since you're so smart. Go and do Elder Ring on the Switch for me. If you could do that, I'll play it on the Switch. Go ahead. At 60 frames a second. At 1080p, please. And make sure it looks just alike. Do that for me. Oh, they had to make it for the Switch? At least with the PC, you could actually work on it so it could be adaptable for the freaking Steam Deck, dude.
But right now, it's a bit of a Wild West. You're like, oh, love that Gears 5 is on Steam, but no, not supported on Steam Deck.
Download Windows on the Steam Deck and get Xbox Game Pass. Gears is supported.
Ooh, I heard that Warm Snow is like a really cool riff on Hades and another great game if I'm interested in that style of story plus roguelite action. Oh wait, unsupported. And again, just picture if you went on eShop and you're pumped to see something like, oh, I'm gonna play The Witcher 3, and then you download it.
Ooh, I got it. I want to go ahead and play Elder Ring on the Switch. Let me see if it's on the Switch right now. Let's do it together, people. I don't feel like exiting out. Actually, nah, because it's already on hook. Let's see if we can find Elder Ring. Let's do this. Let's see if we can find Elder Ring, okay? You seeing this with me? Hold up, let me turn on some of this light. Hold up. Okay, Elder Ring. Okay, so you see that, right? Okay, I'm going to type in Elder Ring. Elder Ring. No search whatsoever. It's like it's not supported. It's like it's not supported. Oh, it's not on the Switch, but I can play Elden Ring on the Steam Deck. Oh, that's so sad.
And you're like, it doesn't run. This one
Of course, because Elden Ring don't run on the Switch.
might be obvious, but it cannot be understated. The Steam Deck is a pricey piece of hardware.
$400 compared to $300 or $350.
Much more pricey than the Switch. In fact, the top...
Okay, $399. Now look, the Steam Deck at $399, I don't care what anybody say, will get you into PC gaming. And is not that expensive in my opinion. Now, I know what Rich say, and it's not fast enough or anything, but that's not either here or there. If you want to compare the Switch to the Steam Deck, get the $400 one and get an SD card and put it in. It's comparable to that. But let's listen to what you're about to say.
Tier Steam Deck is over 3 times as much as a Nintendo Switch.
3 times as... Hold up. Calculator, because I don't feel like doing this in my head. 3 times as much. Okay, $399 divided by 3. Oh, the Switch is $133? Okay, 3 times as much. But wait, how much is the Switch? $259 for the... It's the cheapest, $249 for the OLED. $298 for the bundle, $339. So about $300 to $350. And how much the Steam Deck is? Calculator. $399 divided by 3 equals $133. Did you just lie to me? Did you just lie to me? I know the Switch Lite is only $200, but that's still... Did you just lie to me? Did you just lie to me?
Switch Lite. And even the Switch's elegant, expensive model, the OLED, at $350 is way cheaper than Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but have you ever heard of price to performance?
All right, you can get the baseline Steam Deck model for $400, but that's only going to come with 64 gigabytes of storage. And we're talking
64 gigs of storage? 64 gigs of storage? I'm sorry. This was $400 with the bundle of Splatoon. But let's take that out and make this $300. 32 gigs. And you got the Switch OLED that comes with 64 gigs. So they're both small. You have to increase it with an SD card. What are you talking about, B?
eMMC storage, not even the NVMe SSDs.
And what do Nintendo have? Flash storage? Now I want to know what type of storage. It doesn't tell me what type of storage it had. So 32 gigs of internal storage, a portion of which is reserved for use by the system. Users can easily expand the storage space using the micro SDHC or micro SDXC card up to 2 terabytes. So separately used for charging only. Compatible with micro SD. Okay. But what type of storage though? Okay, let's check out specs. Hey, how you doing? Sindoku here again. And if you want to go ahead and talk about storage, don't forget about Nintendo. They only tell us what type of storage. Is it say what storage? Who cares? But guess what? I don't think Nintendo have the NVMe in there. I'm not busting up with my Switch for that.
That the higher end models have. If you want to get the Steam Deck that I have right here, the one that I think is probably the best bet, this is $530. Okay, that instantly moves this to $180 more than an OLED and $300.
First of all, that's your money. You could do whatever you want, but don't complain about it if it's more expensive than a Switch.
$130 more than a Switch Lite. Now the top model with 512 gigabytes and the anti-glare screen, $650. Let's do the math. That's $450 more than a Switch Lite. Again, you could get 3 Switch Lites and still have enough for a game before you got the top model Steam Deck.
Yeah, and the price of performance is still the same for those Switches. Nothing changed, dude. You're comparing an expensive PC to a Switch. You're acting like Sony and Xbox fanboys. I can't believe I'm saying this. You're a console peasant. You're a console peasant. Because instead of you comparing I hit my green screen. Instead of you comparing the base Steam Deck to the base Nintendo Switch, I even give you the Switch Lite. You want to make the Steam Deck seems bad. But other than that, you made Nintendo look even worse. Remember the word price of performance? Is what type of performance you're going to get for the price that you're spending. $300, $200, $349 for what I get in this is bad. At the beginning, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, it was fun. But when when Valve came in with the Steam Deck, and you get all that for $400, honestly, I want to tell you right now, I probably wouldn't even spend no more than $100 on the Switch now. $100? Yeah, this would be awesome. But for $300? Nah, B. Not even $200. No. 150? Not even. Give me $100 for a Switch. Honestly, better deal. But for $400 compared to $300, that's a waste. Price of performance. You're comparing a single Switch to an expensive piece of hardware where you could get it for $400 because the specs is the storage is the same level, but the specs is better.
So yes, it can do more. Yes, the power is definitely impressive. Yes, this is a much stronger hardware, and the controls feel absolutely buttery in comparison to the...
But I'm going to go ahead and compare the Switch to the most expensive Steam Deck because I can put my bias to the side and look at it through a technological standpoint. I can't go ahead and compare it to the $400 one because that's just going to make Steam look better. Let me get the most expensive one and tell them like, oh yeah, you either got this or this. But yet, you can expand the storage on both of them.
The attached Joy-Con, but you're paying for it, and it costs. And at nearly $200 more than the OLED, some cases $400 more than the Switch Lite, you got to really invest for this.
Dude, I really don't like how you're doing this. You're ingenuine. You're telling your viewers that, hey, this is going to be as much as a PC. Just get the PC. But this is a gateway for people to try out PC gaming at $400. You're not being fair. If somebody came up to me and said, hey, Q, should I get the Switch or should I get the Steam Deck? I would be like this. Look, if you want to get yourself into PC gaming, then the Steam Deck would be perfect. At $400, yes, it has 64 gigs of storage. Maybe you could buy yourself an SD card and everything. Oh, that might sound like a lot. What about the Nintendo Switch? Well, there's 3 tiers. There's 200. There's if you want to go with the tier, get the Nintendo Switch. It's $300. You get the detachable Joy-Cons, and they have 32 gigs of storage. Now, you can add more storage if you want to, because they're both expandable. But if you just want the Nintendo Switch because of the name, go right ahead. If you want to step your foot into PC gaming, the $400 one will work. But like I say, with both systems, you have to expand the storage. I'll say get a 256 gigabyte SD card, and that should work. You see how honest I'm being? You're not doing that.
And when you consider the battery life, and you consider the interface, and you consider the compatibility, the Switch does still have an insanely compelling case. And that's why when we talk about like, ooh, is this gonna run Switch straight out of business? Absolutely not. Totally different audience.
Never said it will run the Switch out of business. I never said that. But it is a compelling system. Well, it's a compelling option because you have a portable PC that is $400 and you can do more than that. Now, if they want to play games with it, that's fine. That's 100% okay. But you cannot be ingenuine about that.
Totally different types of devices. Despite being like very similar, they also are very different.
You being genuine about being very similar because they're not similar. They're two different devices. One of them is just a game console. The other one is a PC.
And the last and final reason that the Switch still stays supreme is its first party lineup. No matter
Well, guess what? You should know that it cannot survive on first party. We know that by the Wii U. Don't give me that. I remember.
No matter what Steam does, no matter if they lower the price, fix the interface, boost the battery life, eliminate the crashes, and create full compatibility, they will never have Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. They will never have Splatoon 3. They will never have Pokemon Legends Arceus, let alone Scarlet or Violet. They will never have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the DLC, or the inevitable sequel. They won't have Mario Odyssey, Mario Tennis, Mario Strikers, or Mario Golf. And you sure bet your butt they won't have ARMS.
Wait, hold on. Oh, dude. Hold up. Look, I don't condone this at all, okay? I don't condone this. But have you ever heard of piracy? Have you ever heard of piracy? I don't do it because I just don't care. But check this out. Those games come out day and date because by the time the game come out, what, about an hour or two? The game is on PC. The game is on PC. Piracy. I don't condone it. I really don't. I'm not telling people to do it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, no, piracy doesn't exist. Go to the 7 Seas with Night Rose and all her crew, Tommy the Ghosty Brothers and all those gentlemen. Like, honestly, piracy. That's how we play Switch games and all Nintendo games on PC. Piracy. We could get Metroid Prime, one of my favorite games, on a PC. Do I got a pirate? Do I have a pirate copy? No, I don't do piracy. But, going to be honest with you, that's an option. Just because you could go ahead and not recognize it doesn't mean it's not there. Doesn't mean it's not there. So, piracy. Think about that.
All right, you get the picture here. All the biggest, best Nintendo games will never be on this system.
And yet, this game, when it comes out, is going to be on this. Is going to be on the Steam Deck, and it's not a system. It's a PC, personal computer. You don't understand how people can.
So for those of you out there that wanted a Switch for Animal Crossing, there's still tons more that want a Switch for Animal Crossing.
And people are going to have Animal Crossing on the PC and on the Steam Deck because they could pirate it, and not only that, they could go ahead and have it at better frames, at 144 frames. Make it look better. Like I say, I don't condone piracy. I really don't care. I don't pirate anything. I'm not telling my followers to pirate anything. But I can't stop anybody for doing whatever they want. I just don't condone it.
And the Steam Deck can't do that. And there'll be so many people that want to play Breath of the Wild 2 and will buy a Switch for the first time.
The only reason why I got my Switch is because Splatoon 2 and I play competitively. If that wasn't the case, I would just have a Steam Deck. I would just be PC 100% because $20 for online, only paying $5 because I'm a family plan, that really killed the Switch in my opinion. Why would I want to play on a Switch and I got a freaking PC that I don't pay extra for playing games? $5 is $5. I understand it's not that much, but at the same time, I play free on my PC. Well, without the internet bill, add the internet bill to your life. You know, you pay an internet bill anyways to play games on it. So yeah, besides the internet bill, I'm playing all my games on PC. If it wasn't for Splatoon 2 and me being competitive, what's there for me to own a Nintendo?
And as you can see, the Switch still has a whole lot of juice in its tank, right? This thing still has supremacy in many ways.
You got most games not running at 20 frames a second. It's on its last leg.
And despite how awesome it's been to play this, and I'll be bringing you more videos detailing what makes it great, and even though I think Nintendo should take so much as they look ahead to Switch Pro or Switch 2, there still are really great things about the Switch that the Steam Deck doesn't come close to just yet.
No, because you lying about the battery life, you lying about the exclusive, you lying about all of that. Because I can tell you right now, battery life don't last that long on the Switch. You're doing something different, and I got a feeling you're doing it.
Maybe one day, but not now. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video chronicling the 5 ways Switch smacks down the Steam Deck.
And the Steam Deck beat them all.
2 great devices, similar form factors, but very different ideologies. And it's going to be interesting.
No, because here's the thing. The Switch could dock. Because what they did with the Switch is they made it into a hybrid console. Yes, you could dock the Steam Deck, but it was meant to be a portable PC. But with the Switch, they made it into a hybrid because if that wasn't the case, why do we have Joy-Cons?
Interesting to see how both of these progress as we move into the future. The good news is I'll be there to cover it all with you. So thanks so much for joining, everybody. Make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy, staying positive out there. Let me know if right now you'd rather have Switch or Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, but I know you're going to say the Switch.
I know the answer, but I'm still eager to hear from you. Until next time, everybody, thanks again for watching. Love you lots. Switch Force out. It's on.
That was dumb. Let me make myself bigger. Alex, why you have to show me this video, man? Look, I love you, Alex. You're awesome. I love you. But, man, talking about this thing. Now, before I go, I want to say to everybody, I do appreciate everything y'all do. This video, actually, I lost brain cells with, but that's not even that. But Again, the reason I wasn't at Alex stream that long is because I went to Team Skeptic's stream. He heard about Mischief and Quantum TV drama. And matter of fact, I'm going to say this. If Quantum TV see this video, I said this before and I say it again. Quantum TV, I said this. It's going to go outside of the gaming community. Guess who heard of you? Team Skeptic. He's not part of the gaming community, but you know what he hate? Copyright abusers. He saw Mischief video and he saw me in it. Also, thank you very much, Mischief. Thank you for that shout out because I cannot believe I'm going on Team Skeptic screen. Yes, Quantum TV, I'm going to talk about you. Very bad. And I'm bringing all the evidence. You can't stop this. We're going to keep on talking about you and talking about you. This was just me talking about a Nintendo fanboy because I still have to do my content. I still got to bring it. Quantum. But let me tell you something. I cannot wait till I tell Team Skeptic, I told you so. It's going to come out of the gaming community. Now he heard about you. He know the information already. But he's going to get more information about you through me. And I know more about you too. I just did some research. But here's the thing. I will never dox you. Because I have respect for my human beings. You might hate atheists. And you might hate people who is gay or bisexual or whatever. And you know what? That's your right to do. I really don't care. But you're still going to be criticized about it. And I cannot wait till I talk to my buddy Team Skeptic because we talked before. We had a good conversation. Speaking of, I want to know how his 3090 is. But yes, Quantum TV, I'm here. Anyways, that's what I got, and I just lost brain cells from the video. What do you guys think? Let me know, and remember, everybody human. My name's Nintendo Q, and you have yourself a great day. Peace.